What's up, Tyson Army? It's the Tyson Brothers back with another video. Remember, like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications, and comment down below what you want us to play next. So we're gonna play Madden 20. Me and Devon are gonna be on the same team, and we're just gonna, win. We're gonna rock out.
When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints.
Hey guys, I'm playing too. We're about to take this dub.
I'm probably gonna play mostly quarterback.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium.
Okay, we just got
Today,
this game
rivals square
a few
off
days
in the
ago.
NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, yeah, this was a little bad
And his
because
guys
I
are going
tried
to
to
start
switch
their
over and I didn't
drive
want
right
to follow
at the 20-yard line.
Okay, but we about to get good. Let's see. What are we doing?
Slants.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes
that's so
down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, you're
Virgil, you saw me burnt, bro.
A deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. DeAndre Baker, the first corner chosen in this year's draft, there to make the play defensively. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to...
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position.
Accept that.
So that one will be accepted.
Go down. Stretch alert at Quickie.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
I'm going to go as a wide receiver. I'm going to try to go on a fly.
26 yards. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And the defense for New York.
Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick of the Cleveland Browns in 2017, has returned to his home area to play for the New York Giants. He's looking for an opportunity to really shine. Sharp and returning football on kickoffs and punts. The Giants believe he can fill the gap at safety for them.
22 yards there, a 1st down. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. He's got the first down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. That was DeAndre Baker that time who was able to break that one up. Now back to the ground with Elliott. That is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Austin. A good return there, call it 13 yards.
Good.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Go down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
John, you saw 5 guys on me. Why would you throw it?
Downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
No.
That certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Complete to Jason.
But we got yardage. He didn't fumble. He didn't fumble.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. A 1st down carry by Elliott. Oh, look at that. Power Zeke. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, down at the 33. He won't go down, and he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get a second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. A 1-yard run on 1st down, another one on 2nd. It might not do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets him 6 points.
And at contract time, you want to show touchdowns scored way more than you want to show yards per carry.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And some room to run now. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, but now it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrich Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. This will be from 56 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how do we see them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
CD, we're already firmly in the month of November, so I want to go ahead and take a look at the AFC playoff picture. Right now, division leaders, New England, Baltimore, Houston, and KC. If it ended today, the wild cards would go to Buffalo and Indianapolis. And you think those are going to be the 6? Probably some shuffling along the way.
There will be some shuffling along the way, maybe more in seeding than in actual teams, because when you're looking at who's in the wild card hunt right now, Pittsburgh, Oakland, both 4-4. Tennessee and Jacksonville at 4-5. The way teams are playing, they may just knock off each other. I think all the teams we listed have a heck of a chance of making it to the playoffs.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Ordinarily, third down is a passing down, but how about that explosive run right there? And when you get a run like that, that means everything came together. Offensive linemen, they didn't just get to the first guys. They got to the second level to help downfield. And I've always said, any run over 7 yards means the wide receivers have done an excellent job blocking downfield.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. First down, Prescott going for it all. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Yeah, boy, he did all he could, but he's going to finally be stopped a couple yards short of the first. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
I just want to do it. I know we ain't going to get anything.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this... Oh, look at this! A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And this winds up a disaster nowhere near the marker. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can...
And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
Y'all saw me off.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. We get a look at Sterling Shepard as he and the rest of the offense march out into place. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him to
accelerating, and off he goes.
Get him.
The 20.
I'm so
And he takes this
Man,
down
you gave
deep
him
on
so
the
many
Cowboys
yards.
side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Manning. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And he's into the clear. The 40, 30, 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
2 interception touchdowns.
This game really becoming a one-sided affair. Pick 6 there. Some danger of being over before halftime.
And that's going to be a major league test for both of these teams, because, look, you feel like you've got this thing locked up, right? But on the other side, in the other locker room, it's going to be a test of pride now. Forget speeches, forget adjustments. What kind of pride do they have to start the second half?
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Kick off now.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. New York set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And they'll throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Stepping aside from this game for a second, how about us being in Week 10 of the NFL season right now? That makes me want to resurface that MVP talk we had earlier in the year.
No, that was my man. That was my man. Oh, my God.
Tate's going to go. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Working from the gun, Manning, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Rosas puts this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Remember with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
This is fielded at the goal line.
Well, where are you going, bro?
He's still fighting
Where
forward.
he's going. They need to stop moving around, but I could watch.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. New York set to take the field. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
10 Lobo. 54. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Yeah, that's why I'm right there.
Manning looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Get it, bro.
Now Austin. Shedding through the defense. Fights free yet again. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Prescott now. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Other wide receivers.
The last time we saw Jason Witten on a football field instead of the broadcasting booth was, of course, 2 years ago, 2017. He had 63 catches, 560 yards, 5 touchdowns. It was his 11th Pro Bowl that season for a man who came into the league back in 2003. Now Prescott. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. They'll have a first down and more. And he'll be brought down. That's a face mask.
I think it was.
Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Except that.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Here's Prescott, and that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown.
It's gonna be a lot more work. Editing the video. Syncing up my voice with the game. It's gonna be fun.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half. Too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Manning. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Malik Collins forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
It's hauled in by Shepard. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking to throw. Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, 2nd most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Prescott. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy.
Outside.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
I didn't have any
Meanwhile,
space,
a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Jason Witten, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Elliott. Sheds another. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18.
Face mask. That was here to see.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They'll run with Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
When you keep that thing deep, so you
Here's
don't
the
give them
Giant
good
offense
position.
now as they get ready to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Manning. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The Giants on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Manning to Barkley on the draw play. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
That is stupid. Why did I pick
Called
that
that a
up?
48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Elliott. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
completes it to Jason
I blocked
Witten.
in the back, I think.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
Offense.
Yeah, blocked in the back.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating,
What is
the
that?
guys who just gave up that play.
Now Prescott. And on the left side, he's got
Okay, John, we need to do move.
give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Historically, Jason Witten, he's kind of saved his best for the New York Giants. In fact, the top 2 games statistically that he's had in his career were both against the Giants. 2012, 18 catches, 167 yards, and those 18 catches still the most ever by a tight end in a single game. He also had a 14-catch, 156-yard performance against the Giants back in 2009. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he's got some space here. That one good for 33 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Go.
Prescott on first down. And this is caught at the 8.
But he caught
And
it.
they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man.
I spun for no reason. I spun for
Sportsmanship,
That was
not
on
an
me,
issue.
but I spun for
Exercise
no
those
reason.
fingers. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be second and goal now. They'll try again with Elliott. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
I mean, not offside.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But
Offside.
I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Manning. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
This is taken at the 18.
I think we fumbled.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Tight end.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Throwing here, Prescott. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Elliott running right.
That's tight end.
Fights through and now a crease. Oh, refusing to go down. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
I didn't know
36 yards on the play. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly. They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
This game got to go for 47 seconds left.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That was me, Juwan. That was me. That was me. I was not, yeah.
You were on the line when we switched controllers?
Because that's the only guy I'm on.
Yeah, that's the only guy you're on, but we switched controllers right now.
Let's go. 10-2 stop.
That is the game.
So, guys,
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, Mark.